What does search for adventure mean to Diane?
Happiness. It's happiness.
In plain terms, Search for Adventure is our unique travel program that brings the people we support to destinations far and wide. In my own words, I would say that Search for Adventure.
I'm gonna turn around up here, okay? Here we go. U-turn.
You turned my. I don't know what were you thinking.
Is there a reverse? There's gotta be a reverse.
No. Oh shit.
We're good.
Running out of gas, I think.
God, please don't tip over. That's a horn. That's a horn. That's what I. Oh, now you might want to go. Here we go. Here we go. No problem. We got it.
Woo! There's actually a jumping thing over there, Jen.
Go jump.
No.
Yep.
No.
I mean, we've gone on so many.
Disneyland,
New York.
Grand Canyon.
Dollywood,
Universal Studio. My first time flying.
We're laid over in Denver.
Wisconsin Dells, California.
This is where I went on vacation.
Look what happens when you go to Graceland twice. You come back with an Elvis suit.
Solar eclipse is pretty cool.
Quest for the eclipse, search for the eclipse, chase the eclipse. Do you remember the first thing we did after the hotel?
Go eat.
We're hitting the buffet.
Yeah. Buffet table.
This one couldn't hold me down. I was like,
We ordered a platter of meat and ate it. We ate the platter of meat.
There are very few people that I can say that I've eaten 5 or 6 lobster rolls with.
I cursed that.
And it is one of the things about Search for Adventure is you can go to Paris, but it's these small moments that make, the bragging list.
Do you remember what Broadway show we went to see?
Mamma Mia.
I went to see Mamma Mia in New York.
We had a dance party
I did.
in the aisles.
Yes.
I fell asleep in the chair. Oh my, that was the most boringest thing in the world.
What was the story that they told when we got back from Graceland? Like, you just went to Graceland. What happened? The Tabasco got all over her pants.
Yes, indeed. A young Jennifer Gladhill. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
So you can find adventure in Graceland or in an IHOP.
My first one was Graceland.
You went on the very first Search for Adventure trip of all time, 20 years ago. Why did you want to go to Graceland? 20 years ago, we determined that in order for an individual, disability or not, to have a full life, we were going to have to prioritize travel as a part of that experience. Search and Toad had a history of partnership through social venture and through innovation. Search began to build an operation that would support the fulfillment needs of Toad&Co by employing individuals with disabilities and picking and packing the orders that needed to go out. And from there, it just grew and grew. And the net proceeds from the warehouse operation begot the seed money that began the Search for Adventure program that has now been so wildly successful. The sort of partnership between Toad's environmental interests and Search's passion for supporting people with intellectual disabilities built this beautiful marriage of travel that now over 200 people have been able to experience.
When I first started at Search, I was a job coach. And then I heard they wanted to hire somebody to get a van and drive people around doing fun things. And I was like, I'm right here. I'm right here. I was told to take them somewhere, like to go on an adventure. This is before it had a name. And so the first idea was to send Diane to the mothership because she was the one that, had the most visceral desire to go somewhere. So I was like, let's just build the trip around that woman's love for Elvis.
You can tell who I am. With the Elvis suit on, and I was at Graceland with this one. Corey.
Graceland was awesome. I loved that trip. It was one of the best trips I ever went to.
We saw the Elvis impersonator,
Yes,
and then he brought you on stage.
yes. I was in the front row. He said, got me up on the stage by him, kissed me, and he drooped a scarf over my neck.
Gave you a little smooch.
Yeah, right here. It was sweating. His aftershave was just pouring on me.
We had a blank slate. We just put together the funnest 3 days we could.
Look at how excited you look, and I think they're you're holding a lot of the memorabilia that you still have today.
I knew it was going to be something huge when I was never told no, because it was just like, let's go, let's go. Like, yes, that's what birthed Search for Adventure. It's always been so important to Search Inc. that this happens, and I think that really speaks to like the moral code of this agency. Like the board, Toad, Search.
What would your life be like without travel?
I won't like it. I just want to travel all over the place. That's all I want to do.
Without for Search for Adventure, we've sad and left out. Would not be a good feeling. It'd be feeling real bad. Like, Search would be not like Search.
When you take the adventurers out of like Scylla living, some limitations just kind of fall away. Like some of the disabilities, they disappear.
Without Search for Adventure, I think there would be parts of them that had not opened up to the greater good and the greater world. I think that their souls would be a little bit smaller. They're so grateful. I'm trying to reach around that word more. Like the joy that it wells up inside of them, the only words they really have for it is thank you so much. And they really mean it. And when are we going again? An inclusive adventure. An inclusive adventure.
I hope Search for Adventure is the catalyst of good. I hope that people will learn from Search for Adventure and learn from the stories that the people we support are telling and the importance of this.
Inclusive doesn't mean putting everybody on the same bus to the same show and you'll like it. Inclusive is, what do you like? What is your interest? And then making that happen in the same space. To be fully inclusive means invisible. True accessibility isn't a parking spot in front of a mall. True accessibility isn't a stall in a bathroom. True accessibility is working around and through systems that are not designed for this population. Search for Adventure breaks some patterns. Unfortunately, right now, there's a lot of patterns of thought and mobility, and Search for Adventure just cracks that open.
What is the definition of a full life?
What you talk about are the experiences that you have as a human.
Above and beyond just room and board, and here's your bed and your dresser, and that's it. Good night. Everybody at Search does more than that.
These adventures, these trips are one piece of creating that full life.
Dreams come true, horizons get expanded. It's magical. Magic happens on Search for Adventure.
All right.
And
Yeah, okay, so here's the plan.